Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first ever episode of COW Rebirth, brought to you by myself, Mason, Lady Killer Miller. Why Rebirth? It is clear, ladies and gentlemen, COW Championship of Wrestling is back, live and in living color, and more importantly, in front of the fans. We've been waiting for this for almost 2 years, and we are kicking things off with one of the best athletes in Germany today, Boris Payne. That is one mean dude, ladies and gentlemen. And his opponent coming down to the ring now is none other than Papi Chulo himself, Prince Ahura. Man, that dude looks good. Doesn't seem like he's taking Boris Payne seriously. He knows a superstar just walked in the room, and everybody sitting down in that arena, sitting down in that stadium, sitting down in that hall, when they see Papi Chulo, they know business is about to pick up. Taking his time to the ring, maybe because he's got a plan, or maybe because he sees what's waiting for him in the ring. Boris Payne, a huge, massive a man, showing his respects to Ref Daniel, showing his shoes, showing everyone that Prince Ahura isn't the only guy with style in that ring. We are waiting now for the first bell. This is one match set for one fall. First to a finish walks away your winner. And it seems like Prince Ahura's having a little trouble with his ring attire, and there's another piece of clothing right on. That's a t-shirt. He's got us good. He has come to fight, and Boris Payne, he's not impressed at all. Taking a look at his competition, maybe thinking, hey, Prince Ahura, I eat meals bigger than you. But Prince Ahura isn't interested in size. Isn't interested in the aggressiveness of Boris Payne. All he's interested is what matters, and that's that Prince Ahura looks like $1 million, which he does from start to finish, ladies and gentlemen. We are in for a cracker of a match. Waiting for the ref's call, and we are underway. He has rung the bell, ladies and gentlemen. It is on. Prince Ahura versus Boris Payne. Let's go! Two men sizing each other up. Who's going to make the first move? And very slowly into a headlock. It is clear Boris Payne has a size advantage here, and Prince Ahura, ever the technical wrestler, going for the legs, but it doesn't seem to have prevailed. Boris Payne locking in the half mount, and Prince Ahura rolling out. That man is smoother than butter, finer than silk. Got a hammer locked in there, and you see how he's got the full mount on Boris Payne. There's no way of him getting out of it, rolling out, because Ahura, as small as he is controlling the bigger man. Excellent jiu-jitsu grapplist here on display. Rolls out, and Boris Payne knows himself. Yeah, look at that, Prince Ahura getting the fans to clap for his opponent. If you're ever in the ring, I don't know if that is a sign of respect from Prince Ahura. I think that's just him trying to get into the bigger man's head. He's gonna have to do it, because once that bear's got a lock of your arm, there's no give. He's not letting go. Very smooth takedown. Boris Payne also showing off his technical prowess, his ability that brought him to the dance. Locking in a full mount, but Prince Ahura's not letting go of that headlock, which isn't going to do him any favors on his feet. There you go. And what a headlock takedown. Man, Prince Ahura is really showing that he's more than a pretty face. This guy is absolutely dominant in this first half of the match. And there, those tree trunk black legs of Boris Payne, those will suffocate the best of men. Probably asking Prince Ahura there if he's had enough to eat, smacking him on the stomach. And Prince Ahura showing Boris Payne, yes sir, I've eaten enough, take care of your own. What a reversal from Boris Payne. Man, to have a look at this man and see how big he is and how much mass he's got, the guy moves like a cruiserweight. Speed, power, that is a weapon, the man right there. Back and forth into the heel hook there by Prince Ahura, and Boris Payne has to resort to the ropes. I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen, there is not enough emphasis on those kind of locks. Heel hooks, arm bars, they will break your bones, and if you've got a broken leg, you've got a broken arm, you are not walking away with the win. Now Boris Payne forcing Prince Ahura to resort to the ropes. And it seems like he's trying to fool Ref Daniel, and Prince Ahura not having it, pushing it back to the other side of the ring. He's got 4 corners. Whoa, and there's another one from Prince Ahura. I don't think Ref Daniel knows what's going on. I hope Ref Daniel's had a cup of coffee in the morning, because these two boys are looking to put on a show. They're looking for the win and will resort to any means necessary. Boris Payne is of course not here to be playing games. Boris Payne is here to inflict and dish out as much pain as possible. Prince Ahura rolling through, going for the legs. Didn't seem to keep the big man down for long. He's going to have to go for another one, and Boris Payne not having it. I think he sees that Prince Ahura has targeted a weakness. Prince Ahura not going for a high-flying dive. He's not here to play games, he's just here to fight. Man, what a kick, barefoot right to the ear. Somebody better go ask Boris Payne if he needs a glass of milk, because that boot is going to rock you like nothing else, my friend. With or without shoes, one of the most deadliest kicks in the business is off of the receiving end of Prince Ahura's size 7 boot. We're taking the action back into the ring, and Boris Payne seems to be getting played by Prince Ahura. It could also be said that Prince Ahura is in Boris Payne's head. I am not too sure, because like I said, this man is not just brawn, he's not just power, he's not just amazing strength. His speed and agility, which was not on display there, getting tripped up by Prince Ahura, always aware of where he is. Bam! What a clothesline, what a lariat. I think it's Prince Ahura's turn to get a glass of milk. That man is not sure which way is left, which way is right, which way is up and down. But he will still fight. There is no quit in this man, Prince Ahura. He is as deadly as he looks good. I am loving this match, ladies and gentlemen. What a way to kick things back off. Rebirth. We have been born again. We are on this journey together. Championship of wrestling. All kinds of wrestlers, all kinds of talent, all over the world coming here to Saarland for your entertainment. And Prince Ahura is dishing out some deadly chops. What a striker, what a grappler this. There's not enough that you could say about this man's skill. A man who belongs to very few men who can say that they won a championship within 10 seconds. Now that's a feat in this business. That's proof that Prince Ahura is one of the most deadly, if not the most technically sound wrestler that we've got. The future of professional wrestling definitely looks good. Boris Payne only getting a 2 count. Boris Payne has got to keep on this aggressiveness. You can't let Prince Ahura get in his head. You can't let Prince Ahura extort his weaknesses. He's got to keep Prince Ahura on the ground and make sure that he keeps pounding. The fans clearly behind Prince Ahura. The fans knowing what they want to see. They want to see Papi Chulo all day, every day. A roll-up, 1, 2. Not so fast, Prince Ahura. You're going to have to do more than that to, bam, keep Boris Payne on the ground, because he's just going to keep coming with those boots, with those kicks, with those punches. And like I said, 1 and just a 1 count. It's like getting hit by a car, ladies and gentlemen. One of those boots is like a falling tree. I don't know how Prince Ahura's getting up, and he's still fighting. What a champ. What a champ, but I don't think a strike fest is the smartest thing with Boris Payne, because all that man needs to do is sit on you and you will be out for the count of 3. Stomping at the chest of Prince Ahura. The man can't breathe, the man can't fight, and Boris Payne knows just too well that that is the case. I think we've seen the last little bit of fire coming from Prince Ahura. Man, like I said, if that man sits on you, you can't breathe. Imagine all that weight coming down on your knee. Could be a torn ACL, MCL. But Prince Ahura will fight with whatever he's got. You take his arms, you take his legs. He will beat you in the face with his face. That's right, a headbutt from Papi Chulo. Boris Payne going for a German suplex, what it seems. Can only secure the waist lock. Prince Ahura coming from the ropes and brought right back down to the ground by Boris Payne. What a move this could be. If 1, 2, we have another kick out. That is a fighter, ladies and gentlemen. And a roll up. He could be stealing 1, 1, 2, no! Boris Payne using his weight to his advantage once again. This does not seem to be looking good for Prince Ahura. A powerbomb. I tell you what, when Boris Payne hits this, there's no kicking out. But Prince Ahura using his flexibility, his agility to his advantage. Seems to be bending the fingers of Boris Payne and bringing him to the ground with some joint manipulation. This man is a striker, this man is a technical wrestler, and he looks so good doing it, but is that enough to keep Boris Payne down for 3? Boris Payne going for the pin, lifting Prince Ahura up, and could this be the powerbomb? No, Prince Ahura going to the ropes. What ring awareness, he knows that he's got to the count of 5, balancing on his head. How smooth is Prince Ahura? Please, ladies and gentlemen, yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen, clap for that man in the middle of one of the biggest fights of his life and still manages to look like $1 million, going back to that speed, those strikes, those kicks. An athlete, a mixed martial artist, and one of the brightest young stars of our generation, begging for it, begging Boris Payne to bring it. I don't think you're gonna get anything out of this, Prince Ahura. That man was not made to be suplexed. But Prince Ahura going for a kick to the back, that could rock the big oak tree, and going for a full Nelson. Boris Payne holding on. Rob, now you got no job. Prince Ahura hitting the German suplex on a man that weighs what? 110, 120 kilograms. A maniac of an athlete. 1, 2, get in, Prince. No! Just a 2 count, but that man's not letting up, going back to the joints, looking to break down this oak tree. Prince Ahura locking in the armbar. Hasn't got it fully locked in. Boris Payne ripping his fingers together. Prince Ahura, if he locks this in, if he gets one of those joints to dislocate, Boris Payne is going to be tapping quicker than the money is going into his bank account later tonight. Prince Ahura, you got to get that arm if you want to secure the win. And near fall there seems like it. Boris Payne has got 2 problems. He needs to worry about his one shoulder not getting broken and the other one not staying on the mat for a 3 count. If I was Prince Ahura, I might be resorting to another, exactly, going for the full mount, hooking in a pin, and Boris Payne goes through those massive legs. Almost a 3 count. Near fall after near fall, these men are going for it. Boom, what a spine buster. Boris Payne setting up for the powerbomb. This could be it, ladies and gentlemen. Prince Ahura gave his best, but I think the cat is in the bag. 2, 3, what is going on? Prince Ahura just won't stay down. Boris Payne must be asking himself at the moment, what do I have to do to keep this man down for the count of 3? Boris Payne, if I was you, I would be hitting and hitting and hitting until this man doesn't stand up. Don't give him a chance to breathe. Get on it, Boris Payne. Absolute ruthless aggression. Misses the boot, gets hung up. Prince Ahura has a chance. What a drop kick, pushing that 120 kilogram man on his feet, rolling him through. Got the full mount again, watching those legs. Very, very brilliant ring awareness from Prince Ahura, making sure that he doesn't get rolled up again, but unfortunately too close to the ropes. Boris Payne for the 2nd rope break of the match. I think this might be Ahura's chance. If Ahura wants to get the win in the bag, he's got to make sure that he's got Boris Payne right in the middle of that ring and got him in a submission hold that he can't come out of. It seems like Prince Ahura keeps going for this, I don't know what you call that, this roll through neck choke. It's absolutely beautiful. He does it again. This is an amazing wrestler. Going 1, 2, 3. That was 3. He got it. Going for what seemed to be the same submission that locked in Boris Payne, but Boris Payne wasn't aware of the fact that his shoulders were down for the count. Ref Daniel has called for the bell. The winner of this bout, ladies and gentlemen, Prince Ahura. I can't believe my eyes. Taking that beating from Boris Payne, getting up every single time and securing the win. If I had bet €5, I would be in debt right now, ladies and gentlemen. My bank account does not look as good as the winner tonight. Prince Ahura, let's hear it for him. Ladies and gentlemen, stick with us as we go to the next match of the evening. You are not going to want to miss this one. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for the 2nd bout of the evening. We have women's wrestling on display. The ever mystical Catrina with her dodgy skull and whatever the hell that thing is smoking out of it. I do not want to come anywhere near that smoke. And this is one of the reasons why, ladies and gentlemen, Jazzy Alpha Female Gabbard doesn't need an introduction in German professional wrestling. But I just want to set the record straight. That Alpha Female is not the same person that I and the COW fans fell in love with. I am pretty sure it's got to do with La Catrina and whatever is coming out of that skull. Absolutely dodgy scene. Oliver's idol, our best man, and my best friend, Ref Daniel. Hold your breath, man. Don't you inhale any of that smoke, because I promise you, you're gonna end up as wonky as Alpha Female. And this woman right here, she is not about the smoke and mirrors. She is not about mystical acts. This woman is just there to do what needs to be done. The bell will ring, this woman will fight, and she will be looking to become a winner, because that right there, that is the eye of the tiger. That is the face of a woman that very well could be a champion in this company for the next 2 to 10 years. The only problem with this match is she's got to make sure that La Catrina doesn't pull out any dodgy tricks, and in the back of her mind, no matter how good the match goes in her favor, she's always got to be worried about that absolute monster of a woman, Jazzy Gabbard, who seems to be under the control of La Catrina. But don't tell her I said that. Maybe they've got a deal. Maybe it's just about the money. But this right here is about wrestling. The fans are ready. I'm ready. Let's go. The women start up with very, very aggressive headlocks. La Catrina showing her power, showing her strength, all on display, pushing the small and athletic Delia right into the corner and giving her a lacquer pork chop just for her to take home. Take it to France, she says. Show your family just what chops taste like this side of Germany. And another headlock. These women are looking to get technical, but I don't know if Delia's really got the advantage here, because La Catrina, like I said, an absolute aggressive and also very, very smart professional wrestler when it comes to getting the job done, getting the W, and hopefully also winning gold. I can also imagine that La Catrina, even though she ate 2 big boots from Delia, I am sure La Catrina is also looking to become a champion in this prestigious promotion. And what a better time. I mean, we're back, the fans back, the French guys are back. Delia with Tristan Archer, we'll also be seeing him later on in the season, and a couple of young French upstarts, all looking to make their name here since Corona's over. What a beautiful double knee drop right to the back, and I tell you what, that'll take even the best of women down. Ref Daniel keeping it clean as always. Man, this guy, he knows the rules and he's gonna call it straight. It doesn't seem like that smoke's gotten to him, but Delia in a very precarious position here. A world's strongest slam, and I'll tell you, that take the wind out of you. 2, 3, not quite yet, says Delia. She may be small, she may be very athletic, but this woman has got so much fight in her, and she's so passionate about the sport, ladies and gentlemen. I was talking to her the other day, and this has been her dream since she's been a child, and she's done nothing else in her life other than wrestle, other than what is going on. La Catrina, I would not be on the other end of that stair. I would have been backstage, tucked my tail, ran for the heels. La Catrina is absolutely mystical. She's absolutely daunting. And how can you beat such an essence if you can't even find a weakness? Delia just hasn't even seemed to got out of the gate yet. Those double knees were beautiful, but she just wasn't able to capitalize on that. La Catrina absolutely dominant, crushing Delia with that lariat into the corner. Another beautiful snapmare, and choosing not to go for the boot, choosing to take the air out of the lungs of Delia. And say what you want, La Catrina is a very smart clinical wrestler. Almost look at the pain on the face of Delia. She needs to get out there as quickly as possible. And bam, an elbow for good luck, says La Catrina. That could be it. 2 and more fight from this contender right here. Delia proving why she belongs and why she was invited for the first episode of Rebirth. And she's giving it all she's got, throwing 2 elbows. Doesn't seem to have even rocked La Catrina, but that clothesline brought Catrina off of her feet. La Catrina eating another one. This is looking good for Delia. Going for a reverse STO. What a flatliner. This could be it. Can she get it done? No. Another near fall. La Catrina grabbing at her knee. Ref Daniel, I think you might need to call this one, man. I don't know. Just get Delia as far away as possible. Make sure that our athletes, what a ref. This man doing his job, always staying professional. But hold your nose, man. That skull's just a little bit. And there it is again. This is what I'm talking about. There is no place for this kind of haberdashery in professional wrestling. Open your eyes, Daniel. Look what is going on behind you. That is an elbow that will kill even the best of men. I promise you, Delia could be suffering from a concussion, and Jazzy Gabbert just not done with her. Is this ref blind? Daniel, I think you might need to make a call here, man, because that is not supposed to happen. No manager is supposed to step between those two ropes when we've got a match. Have some respect, have some professionalism. What is going on with you, Ref Daniel? Smoking a little bit too much of whatever La Catarina's offering. A double underhook DDT. I have to say it like it is. I am not sure that Delia is going to come back from this one. And a mandible claw from La Catarina. One of the most deadly moves in professional wrestling. Delia has to get out of here quick. Nope, she can't. She cannot escape. In the middle of the ring, it is simple. Ref Daniel, my man, you made the right call. Get in between those women. A tap out is a tap out. And your winner for this bout is La Catarina. But let's not call it a clean win, because she's got one of the most ultimate weapons of mass destruction on her side, Jazzy Gabbert. I am very interested to see what is in the future for this pairing. Sky is the limit when you have such a machine, such an animal like Jazzy Gabbert watching your back. And like I said, ladies and gentlemen, this doesn't seem to be the typical business relationship here. There's a little bit of magic involved, a little bit of voodoo. And now it's time for the first championship bout of COW Rebirth. The champ, Just Nick, COWWPWI United Champion. What a mouthful. What a championship bout. This man looking to prove why this is no rebirth for Just Nick. A continuation of his legacy. Looking to put his name and make it synonymous with the COWWPWI United Championship. And coming down to the ring now, a man looking to ruin that reign of Just Nick. One of the best French imports, Kuro the Kid. Not stressing, not worrying, telling the fans he's got this. He's going back home a champion. And Just Nick is exactly the same way. He's not worried about Kuro watching him pick up the dollar bills. My friend, it'll get you food after the match, but it's not gonna give you what you need to become a champion. He's got to rely on those long legs of his, Kuro, and stop looking at all the cash he's picking up on the floor, man. And look at this, Kuro giving Ref Daniel, my best friend, the money, and that crook slipping it into his left pocket. I know who my favorite is for this match, and unsurprisingly, it's not the champ, it's the guy who is paying the bills. Ref Daniel is clearly walking away the winner of this contest, while Kuro the Kid teasing the fans, showing them the future of that championship belt. But as we all know, that is the ultimate sign of disrespect, practically spitting on the face of that man right there, the undisputed champion, the united champion of COW and WPWI. Ref Daniel giving the championship over to our ring colleague, Oliver Zeidel, telling both men he wants a clean fight, but I don't think he's going to be calling it as clean as these young men are going to be wrestling for that championship. Just Nick sizing up his opponent, but Kuro's not having it. He's taking his time, stretching himself out before he gets stretched out. A very experienced move there. You've got to make sure those limbs are well oiled up. You can tear a number of things in that ring, and Just Nick asking Kuro to turn around. Maybe he wants to know. He's found the source. He has found the money. And Ref Daniel's saying, why not? I'll take more euros. And he's just taking him. I am not sure who paid more in this situation, but Ref Daniel says, hey, what the hell? Let's have ourselves a championship fight. The two men still sizing each other up, pandering to the audience. It's hard to say who my favorite is because I'm not too sure who paid more, but I think the fans, just as well as myself, are ready to see some action. Let's go, boys. Show us who's got what it takes to walk out here tonight, the champion. The first move of the match, a very aggressive headlock. Just Nick, the champion, slipping out into a hammerlock. Got that deeply locked in. And Kuro, who's obviously got the size advantage here, trying to maneuver his long limbs, trying to work those long arms. But Just Nick sees the advantage and turns it into one of his own, bringing the big man down to size and slipping very smoothly into a headlock. What a beautiful transition. He's got it deep in, got that leg bent, really squeezing all the air out of the lungs of Kuro. And like I said before, those long legs, those long arms have to come into advantage as Kuro dishes out a headlock of his own. Very deep in there. There is no chance of just Nick hooking the leg, rolling him up. He's going to have to fight. He's going to have to claw his way right out of his headlock before he loses too much hair. A beautiful snap there. And an old school Mexican head scissors takedown. Kuro dizzy, seeing stars, and a spinning dropkick. Beautiful by Just Nick, showing the world why he's the champion, what brought him to the main stage. A beautiful power slam. Slamming all that weight, all that long, hard weight of Kuro the Kid right down in the middle of the map, setting up for a moonsault, picture perfect, hooking the outside leg. 1, 2, not enough. I can speak on behalf of all the fans. I'm glad that this match is not over because I want to see just what's in the tank of these two men and just how far they're willing to go to call themselves the champion, going for a full Nelson face crusher. But Kuro the Kid taking his long right leg and delivering it right into the back of the knee of Just Nick. I said it before and I'll say it again. If a man can't walk, a man can't fight. And Kuro, seeing this opportunity and not letting up, he carries on attacking what seems to be the left ankle of Just Nick. The last thing that this champ needs is an injury in such a high profile match. And now he's got a delicious look at the ring awareness of Kuro. That was, I'm sorry ladies and gentlemen, that was so clever of Kuro. He had his leg under the bottom rope and knew that didn't count as a pin, knowing that it's about the championship, quickly moving that leg back to where it belongs, to sort a very, very legal pin, and attacking that left leg. Kuro is just not letting up. It could be that Just Nick has torn an MCL, but Kuro doesn't care. Kuro came to become a champion. And you enjoy it. You enjoy the spotlight, my friend. That ring is all yours. Pandering to the fans, willing them on, telling them it's not going to bring anything because he's got the champ's number. He's got the champ one leg down. Kuro very, very aggressive today. Knowing what it's about, knowing what he could accomplish within just 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. And this man's taking a championship down to France. Just Nick is struggling to even stand on that leg. I'm starting to worry. I'm starting to think that maybe Ref Daniel should be calling this match. Should be getting the medical attention that this man needs. Unfortunately, there's a lot of money in this game. There's a lot riding on this. This is a championship bout. These are two men very, very experienced. Kuro showing off his ring prowess, just attacking that leg in so many different ways. It's hard to think that Just Nick could possibly come out of this, because the more Kuro attacks that leg, the worse it's gonna get, and the worse it's gonna get, the worse it's looking for the champ. Maneuvering into a near fall, what a nice 2 count, but the minute Kuro kicked out, went straight back to the weakness. I'm sorry ladies and gentlemen, but Just Nick is not doing well. This man is injured, this man is on the back foot, no pun intended. Either he's walking out of this match a champion or he's getting carried out with a stretcher, but either way, getting hung up by Kuro. And Kuro very smart. In the Tree of Woe, you should be going for the stomach, but he's attacking that leg that he injured early in the match. Very, very, very smart move for such a young competitor. However, I would recommend that he stops pandering to the fans, because they are not going to get you that championship. Just Nick showing why he's the champion, how much experience he's got over the years. Another beautiful dropkick right in the kisser of Kuro. And this could be the champ's chance if he can stand on both those feet. Watch yourself, kid. Make sure you don't make a mistake. Make sure you don't rush in with full aggression or full power, because you are a man fighting with one leg. less. Going for a senton right in the corner seems to have been paying off. Just Nick is looking to close this one up before he injures that leg any further. I would not advise this man to go to the top rope, man. I would just try and walk, stretch that leg out. Keep to the ground game, just Nick, because, man, if you land wrong on that leg, it's game over. You can kiss your championship goodbye, and all that money you gave that crook ref Daniel is gonna be for naught. Just Nick going for a frog splash, or maybe even a headbutt. I'll tell you what he did eat. He ate a whole lot of canvas, and the boot, what a beautiful insecurity from Kuro. Going for a front face lock, setting it up for a spinning suplex. Seems to have slipped off the rope, but it got a Falcon Arrow nonetheless. This could be it. This could be the move. 1, 2, throw. Ladies and gentlemen, we are still with this match. The champion not giving up for a second. Kuro can't believe it, asking Ref Daniel, did I pay you or did I pay you, boy? And Ref Daniel said, I was paid nothing, my friend. Calling it down the middle, even though he got the cash. Daniel, this is why I look up to you. This is why you are our main ref, calling every match, because you call it down the middle. Just Nick showing why he is a fighting champion. He will not stay on the ground, but I think it is over. Just Nick just does not know it yet. That leg is one of the most crucial injuries you can get in a championship match, because any challenger knows, if I'm gonna win, oh, I'm not going to turn my back on the champ. 1, 2, 3, a beautiful full Nelson face crusher from Just Nick, retaining the championship, proving once again that no matter what, you cannot keep this man down. An absolutely bright future for this man, carrying on his reign as the COW WPWI champion. And I just don't know how you could beat this man. He beat Kuro, an absolutely incredible athlete, trained in France, trained by the very best. He beat him on one leg. That, my friends, is a champion. That, my friends, is your champion. What a match. Ref Daniel calling it down the middle like I knew he would. Everybody's got a price except for Daniel. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. And still your champion, still your COW WPWI United champion, Just Nick. Looking at his challenger, looking at the fallen, shoving that title in his face, saying, if you want this, you want another shot, you come and get it. No mercy, Just Nick. That's your champ. Definitely gotta get that leg looked out. Congratulations, young men. You really put everything out there. An absolute show. I just hope our champion is in good health and ready to defend. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be coming up to our main event soon. An absolute cracker of a match. Hardcore action. The second title fight of the night. Our main event. Don't go anywhere.
Echt irre, die Alte.
We have got an absolute cracker of a main event for you. Angry Butcher got himself a ref in his arms. Ref Daniels, wondering what the hell is going on. Probably hoping that Angry Butcher doesn't eat him. That man right there is the Nordish hardcore wrestling champion. For the first time ever, that title will be defended and nowhere else except for COW. And he's got his hands full. Got the superhero of all superheroes, Scorn. You know, that man means business. Oh, please put the toys away, Scorn. You don't want to be hurting anybody. What is going on today? Why are people bribing refs? Why are people poisoning legends? And why are people bringing katanas to the ring? Somebody needs to arrest that man. But, you know, hardcore rules mean no rules. And Tormentor, a young upstart, saying, you know what, I don't need your katana, I don't need a weapon. My fist in your mouth's gonna knock you right out. Teaming up with Jack Dozer right there. These two men are now enemies, apparently. Angry Butcher, the champ, going up against another very brilliant young upstart, girth of a man, sitting down right there on Terrible Ted Jr. And the thing with the Fatal 5-Way, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't need to be the champ whose shoulders are on the mat for the 3 count. As we saw there, Angry Butcher, the champ who's defending here at COW his Nordish Hardcore Championship, almost got the pin by sitting on Terrible Ted Jr. And all men knew exactly what that means. We need to make sure that nobody gets the 3 count, because the first man who gets a 3 count in this match will walk away the Nordish Hardcore Wrestling Champion. And the caveat, the difference between this match and every other Fatal 5, where as you see Jack Dozer bringing out the toys, this is a hardcore match. Beautiful DDT by Angry Butcher. Scorn, not knowing if he's a superhero or a super villain. But you're going to stick someone's eye out if you bring a katana to the ring, man. That's right, use those fists. But Angry Butcher, that man's skull is probably harder than the ground outside. You don't want to hear any lame Chuck Norris jokes, but I'll tell you what, they did a headbutting contest, and I haven't seen Chuck Norris since. So there's a reason this man's a champion. Tormentor trying to get in the mix, but getting sucked out of the ring by Jack Dozer with massive lariats on the outside. Oh man, there's so much action going on, so many great athletes in this ring, all fighting for the right to be called a championship. But if I was in a hardcore match, if I was fighting against 5 men, 5 huge angry men, I'd be using that weapon to bash other people's heads out, not my own head out. Angry Butcher, there's clearly something wrong with this butcher. Maybe way too much meat in his diet. This guy needs some vegetables, he needs some olive oil. And he needs less weapons apparently too. He says, come Jack Dozer, give me your best shot. He's not gonna let him. Oh no, oh no. Angry Butcher, that man is standing. I don't think Jack Dozer realizes what he's done. Oh no. I think we've got a problem, ladies and gentlemen. We have a problem, and his name is Angry Butcher. Not even a chair shot to the back by Scorn, who's obviously got a couple of superpowers, begging him not to hurt him. And Angry Butcher just smashes that chair as if it was nothing. Tormentor thinking to himself, how do I bring this man down? Maybe wanting to cooperate with Angry Butcher, but Angry Butcher says, no, I choose violence. Angry Butcher got a nice tight front face lock. Even though this is a hardcore match, ladies and gentlemen, you will see all the best moves in wrestling. A couple of chops from Tormentor. And a roundhouse kick from this man. Got a lot of similar features to Braun Strowman, eating a boot to the face, and please don't do it. Terrible Ted with a plank right to the back. I'll tell you what, that'll break a couple of vertebrae, but Angry Butcher's the hardcore champ for a reason, having that plank broken over his back. Too many of those shots and you'll land in a wheelchair. I don't care how big you are. Tormentor also got something to dish out, looking to become a champion for the first time in his career. And Scorn, everybody's in the mesh. We got weapons, we got petrol tanks, chairs, planks, boards, and 5 very angry dudes. Scorn, pay attention, man. Jack Dozer is on your tail, but it seems like Scorn does not need to stress out. Scorn has got this under control, even though him being the smallest man in the match, looking to take dominance, take them all. Tormentor in a very precarious situation there. Power slam from Terrible Ted, looking for the pin, and Tormentor gets out of his precarious situation, smashes the pin up and attacking Terrible Ted Jr. If I was these 4 men, I would clearly mark the problem, clearly mark the man with the advantage, and that man is scaling the stairs now with a kendo stick in hand. Tormentor, without even padding, just using that steel cheddar. Oh man, the chair's just getting worse and worse and worse. Jack Dozer might be out with a broken shoulder. And like I said, the real problem here, coming back into the ring, executing a hot shot on Tormentor, trying to choke him out. Ref Daniel, I don't even know what he's doing there, man. Like, Daniel, take the day off, take that chair, go sit outside. There's no rules. You're only there to count till 3. Whoever gets that 3-4, whoever gets that 1, 2, 3 walks away the hardcore champion. And I don't even know how much of a victory that is, man, because then you have to do all of these matches again and again and again. These men know what they're getting into and are clearly sodomists. They love the pain. Angry Butcher getting his chair, but Tormentor's got him scouted. Whack! 2 shots right to the back of the head. That is how you're going to become a champion in this match. Tormento gets it. Scorn came in with the katana, bending Angry Butcher over. Tormento almost got the 3 count, and Angry Butcher is going to have to check out if those knees are okay, because he got bent over backwards, man. Tormento understands, and Terrible Tid also implementing the best strategy you can possibly bring in a hardcore match. Find yourself a weapon and smack the living daylights out of your opponents until one man isn't standing, until you get that 3 count. Terrible Ted eating a boot from Tormento. Jack Dozer just as well, getting a kendo stick to the ribs. So much action going on. A crossbody getting caught by Terrible Ted Jr. And that chair's in a very, very specific position, breaking the back of Tormento. And speaking of broken backs, Angry Butcher is back in the ring, smacking that kendo stick right across the vertebrae of Terrible Ted Jr. This is no normal wrestling match, ladies and gentlemen. You can't target a body part, you can't work the limbs, you can't execute any strategy. The only thing you can do is take the pain and dish it out. And like we said, the Nordish hardcore champion is going to be the one that dishes out the most punishment. And I'll call it like it is. My money is on Angry Butcher. 3 men on the outside, Tormento getting beaten, and Angry Butcher, as big as he is fit, man. Did you see that roundhouse kick where he smacked Tormento's ribs in? I don't know if the average man could take that. Angry Butcher looking at the wooden board set up in the ring, crash and burn. I'm taking back my favorite of this evening. I think we could be having a new champion that's not Angry Butcher, but if Scorn has anything to say about it, we're going to be here for a long time, ladies and gentlemen. So buckle up, enjoy the ride, because it's only going to get hardcore from here. The 2 men in the ring seem to be down. Scorn looking to find other weapons, other versions of... Ref Daniel did it again in a hardcore match. He's trying to bribe the ref, and this crook puts the money in his pocket. I'm sorry, but we're going to have some kind of internal conversation and make sure that that man isn't the head referee for this organization. Not in championship matches. Daniel, you could do it at home, you could do it for other promotions, but not in COW, because COW stands for respect. Ah, who am I kidding? This is a hardcore match. COW stands for violence. Tormento, for the 4th time in the match, got a chair in hand, going for the superhero. Scorn is feeling it right now. Whack, what a shot. That's how you're winning a championship. Tormento, like I said, seems to get it. And all he got there was a slap in the face. A lacquer 5-star right in the face. Courtesy of Angry Butcher. We've come to the point, ladies and gentlemen, where almost all men are in the ring. What was that? Terrible Ted looking to gouge the eyes out of Scorn, eating a beautiful dropkick. Scorn smacked that huge man off of his feet like he was nothing, delivering knees. Could it be that the superhero has been going to martial arts classes, going so easily to the top rope, flying with a knee to the neck? That looked like a dangerous move, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if Terrible Ted's getting up for that. But the problem in one of these matches is you've got so many men. You have to concentrate on so many different factors. You can execute a beautiful move like the knee to the back or that amazing spine buster by Jack Dozer. And as you can see, Tormenta getting involved. It just doesn't seem like you can win. There's just too many bodies here. And I don't want to quote any old songs, but in a hardcore match, you got to make sure that all the bodies hit the floor. Just like that, taking the big man Jack Dozer to his knees. Tormento kicks him in the leg with a sliding dropkick, couple of uppercuts, and eats a chair in the back of the head for his worries. I think Tormento could be concussed. That man fell down to the ground like a sack of sand. Angry Butcher choking out Scorn, and Jack Dozer just hasn't been the same since that combination from Tormento. Both men struggling to their feet, and Tormento, he doesn't know where he is. That man is suffering from a concussion, but he says 1 for me, 2 for you. He's on it. He's going for Angry Butcher, wanting to walk away the champion. Going for a front face lock, setting up for a Falcon Arrow possibly, or a suplex. I don't know if you're getting that man off his feet, and yes, he does. Tormento, what strength, what pure raw power to lift such a man off your feet and almost secured the championship with that one. Tormento, he could be my new favorite. He sees what's going on. He understands the game and he uses all of it to his advantage, hyping himself up. Could we be seeing a champion being born tonight? Going for Angry Butcher and eating that forehead. Man, I'll tell you what, you could land a Boeing 747 on that forehead, and Angry Butcher used it to break the teeth of Tormentor. These men going back and forth, chop after chop after chop. Tormentor is not leaving here without that championship, and Angry Butcher clubbing him with those forearms, absolutely, and a choke, a Greco-Roman choke. And it doesn't matter, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, this is a hardcore match. There are no rules. Everything goes. And Angry Butcher, he's got those elbows. They are just as good as every other weapon lying around in that ring. And Scorn, he had to save the day. Angry Butcher says no thank you. A kip up from Tormentor, and here we are. Mano a mano, 1-on-1. The people want it, I want it. Let's fight, boys. Show us what you got. Boom. A front kick right to the gut, lifting up Tormentor. And what a move, what a savage move from Angry Butcher. And we have the 3 count, ladies and gentlemen. Your champ sticking his finger up to the heavens. Angry Butcher, a clear favorite to win this match. Took on 4 men and walked out a champion. What an absolute cracker of a first episode for COW Rebirth. My name is Mason Miller. Thank you for joining me on this journey. There is more to come. Stay tuned, keep on the lookout, because we will be back. Thank you, I love you, and good night.
Du musst, du sollst, hast keine Wahl, alles andere egal. Jeder Tag ne Ewigkeit, 10 Sekunden sind ein Jahr. Die S-Bahn-Türe kotzt mich aus und der Markt spendet Applaus. Bin ein Rad in nem System, es nimmt mich systematisch aus. Ich zünd das alles hier an, ich steck das alles in Brand. Nichts von Wert geht verloren, ich fühl mich wie neu geboren. 120 Meter im Postfach, ich weiß echt nicht, ob ich Lust hab. Morgen noch aufzustehen und aus dem Haus zu gehen. Im Briefkasten die nächste Mahnung, das ist echt die letzte Warnung. Im Bierkasten noch eine Flasche, ich weiß echt nicht, ob ich's schaffe.